Welcome everybody to the Apartment B21 podcast. This is gonna be episode 6. This week we've got shut the fuck up, dude. I'm already gonna like drop the meanest shit of an attitude with you. This is episode 6. This week I think we're gonna stalk. I can't fucking talk. It's fucking 10 o'clock at night and I'm already like broken. All right, the autism is too strong with this one today. Dear God. All right. What I was going to say was this week we're going to talk a little bit about a few things. Specifically, I wanted to bring up something we talked about last week and kind of just the fact that there's nothing going on with it still. And that being like Dr. Disrespect's thing. Like, I think we talked about this a little bit earlier. Like, there's still no anything. Still nobody knows what happened to good old Dr. Disrespect. There's been like a few rumors here and there that some people said that he got arrested, but there'd be knowledge of that. Some people are saying that like he started some deal with Google and Spotify, but like I don't know if there's any validity to that. Like nothing's been said. Thoughts, concerns?
I honestly have no clue.
Yeah, I mean
I watched all the videos like we. Sorry, what were you saying?
No, there's just nothing on it yet. It's still a mystery.
Everyone thought they were gonna say something on Monday. We didn't hear anything. It's just like we already talked about it last week. It's just I don't know. I saw some stuff about it and was looking into it, and then I don't know, man.
Yeah, everybody seems
all weird
to think that it was gonna be like knowledge as far as like last Monday. People thought that we were gonna learn something. Still nothing though, so it's really weird. But in the same vein, did you guys hear about that? How Twitch is being sued by this one gentleman because it's apparently too sexy for him.
Yeah, dude, it's too hot.
Oh, I heard about that.
He alleges that there's too many female streamers and he can't filter out his like search settings on there to where he can only see female streamers. Apparently he subbed to 700 female streamers and not a single male streamer, and that's Twitch's fault.
Yeah,
I mean it is, dude.
He said that he's forced because of his obsessive compulsive disorder to aggressively masturbate, and that he has sores because of it. This is in the lawsuit. Like this is like common knowledge. All right. And like I think as people started to like look into him, apparently he has done this a whole lot with other companies. Apparently he has a lawsuit currently filed with like Microsoft, Epic, like all these companies. And
what?
Yeah,
the Fortnite skins are just too strong.
Yeah, you seen that default?
But like I don't know if this is like him just trying to gain attention, because people apparently found his YouTube channel and it even says in his about section like known for my crazy lawsuits or whatever. So I mean I don't think it'll ever go anywhere, but the fact that this exists in the first place, could you imagine how much money he's losing?
Or gaining.
Gaining?
I mean,
think he's
if it's working,
money.
If it's working for him, just get that bag, you know.
Yeah, man, get that bag.
I don't think it's working for him at all, because he's filed lawsuits in the past that all been dismissed. Like nothing ever came of them. He eventually either closed them out or they just never went anywhere. Like the judge was like,
well, how do we know they weren't settled? Like outside
maybe
court,
they were settled, but like
you know?
That just seems, what company in their right mind would even like, I don't even know, like even play. It would set a precedent for them to be like, okay, well, we're just gonna give him like $5,000 and just like leave it, you know, because then like anybody could do that, and then
it's kind of like the whole Mr. Beast thing that I think we talked about. I don't know if we talked about it on or off the podcast, but it was someone was like eating paper.
Oh yeah, we talked
something.
About
he was like,
yeah.
I don't know if I should just give him the money to stop, or if I just shouldn't give it to him, and other people, or if I give it to him, other people will start doing it.
Other people will start eating.
Because like I want to give him it.
Are you talking about the guy that like ate a picture of?
He printed a picture off of Mr. Beast and ate it every day
until
for like a month on TikTok.
Like I'm saying, man, get that bag.
Yeah, man.
Oh, speaking of Mr. Beast, by the way, I know we're kind of already jumping around. It's only been 5 minutes, but you guys saw that app he came out with, the finger down or whatever app. You win $25,000.
Mm-mm.
I had no idea that was have you not heard of this?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, so like I guess Mr. Beast put on TikTok that he like created this app, and I had no idea about it, which I'm sad about because I could have fucking kept my finger on that bitch. But like basically he said all you gotta do is hold your finger down on your phone. As long as you're keeping it on there, you're still in the chance to win $25,000. And apparently it's still down to like 5 people.
No, it ended.
It ended? What? I don't know how long it ended ago, but I remember like the last I heard about it was like 3 days after it started, and they had still like 6 people left.
Yeah, I heard he said that like, oh, I'm just gonna give the last 4 people all money and end it now because it's going on for too long. And then I also saw like one video of someone saying like, oh, he was the last person. So I don't know. I don't really care either.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I saw a couple TikToks here and there of like Twitch streamers. Like they were streaming them doing it, and then somebody would like donate them money, and then they'd be like, their name would be like, "Hey Siri, yada yada," and they would fucking stop their phone from doing it. Like it would say that they released their finger from the phone, and it was just so funny.
Yeah, they said, "Hey Siri."
Yeah, stuff like that. I would have been so triggered. Yeah.
Honestly, like I don't know. I don't even know how people keep their Siri turned on like by voice.
On these
that means that
on
shit's
these newer
listening
iPhones,
to you, you know?
it's on by default because you don't have a home button.
No, you can hold. You look.
You can hold the
if you hold the
off
lock button, Siri pops up.
Right, but like I didn't turn on my Hey Siri and it's still on.
Yeah, so just turn it off. I mean, most settings like that are on by default.
No, I know.
Still,
that's just what I'm saying. Like the average user isn't going that deep to like turn it off. If you're just like an everyday user of your Apple device.
Yeah, still better than Android, you know.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
Could you imagine taking pictures on an Android?
Honestly, like 4 pixels. Minecraft paintings look better than that.
You know, it's like the argument is PC better than Mac, but there's a clear difference. PC's obviously better for multitude of reasons. But that doesn't translate into into phones. You would think that the more PC-like phone would be better, but I don't think it is. But I guess it's just preference.
Yeah, they're both better in their own ways. Let's just end it at that.
You don't want to spark the
Somebody
debate?
seems upset.
Why do you have an Android?
Because I'm too lazy to go get a new phone.
But if you got a new phone, would it be an iPhone?
I don't know. I'm pretty indecisive.
I don't know. You were telling me you were gonna get an iPhone.
Well, might have said that a year ago when.
Look, to be fair, I used to really love Android, and it was mainly just so I could run emulators. But Nintendo's basically shit on that whole concept. You gotta have to go behind the wall a little bit to get that shit going. But other than that, I didn't really like see a use to my Android. So like when I eventually made the plunge to iPhone, I felt like it just made more sense. Also, if you guys hear a cat on my mic, I am so sorry. This big dummy is just running around the house with a toy in its mouth, just.
That's all right.
So at least it's better than the fireworks from last night. So
yeah, I'm surprised there's not any today.
I heard some like right before we started, and I was like,
yeah,
"Oh shit!"
I had some earlier.
Luckily, they stopped.
I just haven't been paying attention, I guess.
What's new?
Yeah.
Huh?
So Log.
Yeah.
You wanted to bring up a game we've been playing recently.
Oh yeah. We've been playing Scrap Mechanic. I don't know if anybody else has heard of it. It's still in beta, from what I've seen. I didn't even know it was in beta / early access when I got it for all of us. But yeah, it's a really fun game. I just saw it on there, and I asked Mav if he'd ever seen it before, and I think you said it was on your wish list.
Yep.
So I was like, okay, this would be a fun game for all of us to play, because there's not a lot of games that we all have, so I was just like, I'm just gonna get a new game that we can all play together. And
so when did it actually come out? Because like I know I was pretty oblivious to it being an early access game too. Like I had no clue. I thought it was just a full game. So I was kind of surprised when like stuff was glitching out. I was like, a brand new game? Are you kidding me? So is it like recently coming out or what?
It says the release date is January 20th, 2016.
Oh, well that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a while.
That is a while ago.
But yeah, at the bottom of the screen, it says it's in beta, and on Steam, it still says early access game. I don't know when they're planning the full release or whatever, but yeah, that's surprising that it's that old. But some games are in development for a long time, so maybe they immediately put it into like early access on Steam, like right away, like right when it was the slightest bit playable, so that they can get feedback and everything.
Well, that also helps with the development if it's getting like a lot of buys, because that's just more money that they can put back into the game earlier.
Definitely, yeah. And the game is $20, but it's like the summer sale's going on right now, so it was only $14, and they had like a $5 off if you spent $30 for the Steam sale. So it really wasn't that much. It was worth it too. I really like it.
Yeah, I mean,
but yeah,
continue. Sorry.
I was gonna say about the game. It's it's obviously like it's a survival game where you build a car to travel around. You do these like little, almost like mini dungeons. There's like little monster robots in the building, and you fight them and get their loot to upgrade your car and to make them better. And eventually you can get a better weapon to conquer a tower type thing dungeon, which we haven't really gotten to that point yet. But yeah, it's just a lot of fun. It's in a way it's similar to Minecraft, very very slightly, just because of the survival aspect of Minecraft. That's the only thing I'd compare it to.
I thought you were really gonna say like just the block aspect.
Yeah, it's got blocks, dude.
Not even, dude. There's not even a lot of building in this game like Minecraft has, so I would not compare it the block aspect.
Which I think it's just because the building is more tedious in this kind of game as compared to something like Minecraft.
In a way,
Well, like even in the trailer, it just makes it seem like, oh, you build up the game.
I'm actually watching a trailer right now of like where they built their base, and it looks very interesting. And like,
I don't think anybody does.
I'm like,
that,
wow,
though,
we didn't do that
like,
at all.
I've seen YouTube
We
videos
just
like
went
trying to
and
figure
found the
stuff
fucking-
out, and like nobody else does that. I mean, some people
in the
do.
In one of the videos I watched, and I've only watched like 3. This guy did have like a base, and like it looked pretty interesting. But materials are like pretty hard to. They're not hard to get. They're just very. It's like you said, tedious to get.
And it's not like in Minecraft, or for example, where you place a block and like you could build a wall in like 2 seconds because it only takes like 8 blocks to build a pretty decent wall. The blocks in this game are small, like
Yeah, they're
really
very
tiny,
small.
So it requires more stuff to build something.
Yeah, but
on
at
a
the same
large
time,
scale.
you could place 250 blocks, a whole stack of blocks in a second. But
Yeah,
because of that, because they're so small, 250 blocks is like you just said, is like doing like a 4x4 wall in Minecraft. So you run out of materials very quick.
Yeah, I mean, all in all, the game. I like to think the game is really good. I know Mav hasn't played it as much as the both of us probably have at this point. I mean, you started playing before I did, Mav, and then you kind of just you broke off a little bit. I guess I mean you haven't been really home to play it too much recently. Like
You've
I
been
said,
playing
we just got
Tarkov
it.
a lot.
But still, it's a really fun game. I think if I put a little bit more time into it, I'd grow to hate it. But
Yeah, and we've only really played the survival mode. There's a creative mode, which I know you and our buddy David have started playing a little bit, which seemed pretty cool because you can just like mess around. I mean, just like there's a creative mode in
there's like
Minecraft, you
thrusters
can just
in the
mess
game,
around
and
to
I
build.
guess the thought with the thrusters is it's not so that you can go and fly your vehicle. I think it's more for like boats. Like that's an aspect that it's actually
Yeah,
supposed to be used
100% it's
for.
for boats.
But you can fly. I think me and David have gotten it. It's more David. David's way
Yeah,
better at that shit
David
than me.
really got on the whole boat or the flying thing. But I
He
saw
really
a picture of someone
fucked
or video of
around
someone
with
using a
it.
boat.
But I was like, okay, so if I try to make like a traditional rocket, okay, like traditional rocket ship shape, I put like 4 thrusters at it doesn't work. You start to immediately curve over and just nosedive into the ground. So I had this thought that what if I put like 100 thrusters on the vehicle? What would it do? Would it just go straight up at that? It doesn't. It just is a
flips
nasty
over.
mess. It
Yeah, I
flips
tried it
over.
out.
Oh, you tried out my vehicle?
Yeah, I went on there and messed around.
Yeah,
It's interesting.
It's crazy. I told David that I kind of want to see how big I can get it.
Yeah, I mean,
before
just like
bursts
real
over.
rockets, you need like I don't know any of the technical terms for it, but they have like counter thrusters to counteract that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what we eventually figured out was the method.
Oh yeah,
that we needed to do.
David made one where there's like a ton of thrusters on the bottom, and then he has counter thrusters pointing like where the thrusters are pointing the opposite direction to kind of level it back out, and pointing to the sides to turn you. It's very thought out, and it's too much for me. I don't really care. That's just too much.
brain
yeah,
power.
But yeah,
it was
like I
like-
said,
It was
yeah, too
really
much
late
brain
last night
power.
when we were messing with it, and I was just like, I don't have the brain capacity at 3 a.m. to be doing this.
yeah. And on top of the creative mode, obviously there's survival mode, which is what we've been doing. There's also a challenge mode, which I haven't even touched, which it looks like it's more like little tasks to, I guess, teach you things. It's almost what it seemed like.
I guess that's a good thing
'Cause
because like the game has, I will say this, the only
it has
downside to the game
zero
is it doesn't
tutorial.
tell you what to do properly. There's like they
Yeah.
give you images. It's like they give you an instruction manual with no words, just
It tells you the
graphics.
basics on how certain things work, which I only looked at to make the car, on how to wire up a car. So I should probably look at that again now that I think about it, because
No, I mean it's all
Yeah, I
pretty
don't know anything.
self-explanatory from there.
yeah,
So, I
it's not a hard game. It is very fun though, and right now, like I said, it's $14, so it's not a very
Right.
expensive game either. Like I already have 58 hours played.
Oh shit!
I don't know how.
I've got 14 hours. Yeah.
I guess I've been playing while you guys are at work and stuff.
Yeah.
So Mav, you've been kind of quiet. You thinking things?
Just
You
I
doing things?
mean, just hanging out, you know.
Just
doing-
vibing.
Yeah, just vibing.
Oh,
Just haven't really gotten into the game as much as you guys. So sit that one out.
Well, Zach, what games have you gotten into?
I mean, nothing really recently.
still Tarkov.
But yeah,
That's
let's
what
let's,
it
let's,
is.
I
let's
haven't
ask
played
this
Tarkov in a couple
genuine.
of days. I mean, it's pretty scarce in between that I play games. right now.
Let me ask you guys this, okay? 2020, we're now officially a little bit over halfway into the year.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite game of the year? Like, if you had to rate them.
Describe game of the year.
Yeah.
Like, out of the games that you've played this year, what has been your favorite so far?
Probably Terraria. Or WoW.
Okay, let me restate that. Which new games this
New
year?
games.
I haven't
okay.
bought
New
any
games that you
games, so
got.
I don't really.
You're full of shit. You're literally so
Dude,
full of shit.
I bought you like
two humble
you got
bundles.
no. Yeah, he
Okay.
bought the humble bundle, but
I
he
haven't
hasn't
played
bought any
of
new
them.
games. People have bought new games for him.
One person bought me one game.
Okay,
No.
but you
David
can't say
bought
that
you a
nobody-
game, and then I bought you like 4 games.
Yeah, but none of those came out this year.
No, it's not a
No,
matter
he
of
didn't
whether
say
or
that.
not
He
they
just
come out.
said games
I said
that you've
what
gotten
games
this year.
that are new to you for this year. Not
Yeah,
like
listen.
not like it came out this year. Like what
Use your
games
listening ears.
did you buy this year that's new to you this year that you would rate?
I mean, like gameplay wise, probably Borderlands 3, just because I like FPSs and it. I think it did a really good job of kind of changing things around. Story sucked, but gameplay was good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give you that. Borderlands 3 probably is up there for me. I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think I bought a lot of games this year. Period. Like it just hasn't been the year for games in my opinion. For stuff that I'm into, at least. Yeah, actually, hold up. I might have not bought a single game this year willingly. Humble Bundle doesn't count because that they take out money against my will, which technically I signed the waiver basically.
Yeah.
But I haven't like actively gone in there and been like, I want to buy this bundle today. Yeah, I don't even know what games have I bought this year. Oh, the only game I bought this year was Halo the Master Chief Collection, which doesn't even count because that's not a new game to me.
Yeah.
I've clearly beaten all of the Halo games.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I guess Borderlands 3. Can I even count that?
Yeah,
Check out it
because
last
yeah,
year?
but you didn't play it.
I didn't play it until this year. Yeah, I guess Borderlands 3 would have to be there for me. Scrap Mechanics coming up though. I'm having a lot of fun with it, so that might end up being. But to be fair, I also didn't buy it, but it's still new to me.
Let me think.
Wow.
Yeah, that's about. I probably put more hours into that game this year than any other game, and last year and the year before. And
Well, think about this. You're about to build, at the time of this recording, Vlog is about to build a new computer tomorrow. All right. So, have there been any games that you've gotten or you had gotten previously that you couldn't really play because the computer was poopy?
Everything.
well, no, that's not true. The only games
Oh,
I
no.
wanted to play are WoW and Terraria and Scrap Mechanic, and I can run those. But the Modern Warfare, I wanted to play the Warzone when it came out and wasn't really able to because like right when that came out is when my computer I noticed a huge like drop in like its performance. But I'll just play WoW, so it doesn't even matter. But like I said, drop in performance that's like all around almost, except for games like Terraria. There's not really any noticeable drops in performance. So I'm looking forward to play WoW with no problems at all. I'm looking forward to downloading Forza Horizon 3 again and playing that on like maxed out graphics.
I might have to play that with you. I like Forza.
That game is it's a great game, and it's what was it called? It's like cross platform. Like if you have it on Xbox, you also have it on the PC, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's probably like the best.
It is a great racing game. Yeah. And I guess Need for Speed Heat. I bought that game like a week ago, and my computer can't run it. So I'll definitely try that out. But it's not like Forza Horizon. Forza Horizon's just it's unbeatable.
A great game. So for Forza Horizon 1, I was like, okay, this is pretty decent. Forza Horizon 2 was a fantastic game. They did it differently in that game, where it wasn't just like, oh, no, you're just driving on a street. That's what makes it so different. They really pushed the envelope in that game. I remember playing that game on console with like you and our friend Charles.
Sorry. Which one? What games are you comparing?
Forza Horizon 1 and 2. I said that 2.
Well, Forza Horizon 1 was just like Forza Horizon 2. It's just a different location. Forza Horizon 3, they introduced some changes, and then Forza Horizon 4, they introduced some bigger changes. I forget where Forza Horizon 1 was based. I want to say France for some reason.
Yeah, it was France, I believe. Or was it Spain? Fuck.
Colorado.
No, they're always in European places.
Forza Horizon 1.
Oh, I thought he said 2.
Colorado was 1. I know.
Yeah, yeah, you Googled it.
Uh-huh.
My brother always played that one.
Nothing like driving
And
around Colorado.
It always looked like a lot of fun, but it wasn't even on the Xbox One, so I never got to play it. Or was it? I don't know. Don't care.
No, I think Forza Horizon 2 was the first one that got put on the Xbox One.
Forza Horizon 2 is in France, yeah. Okay. And Forza Horizon 3 was in Australia. And Forza Horizon 4, Great Britain.
Great Britain. Fuck, I was gonna say something and I completely got sidetracked and thought. I know, I remember. So, Matt, we were looking at Log's computer today, and I thought his computer was built with parts that were made around the same time that ours was. But now that I've seen what he's working with, it makes a lot more sense. Are you familiar with the Haswell line of Intel processors?
Yes.
So that's a early 2012 model processor, and I thought that he had the same one as ours because Skylake came out pretty new in 2016, like early 2016. I'm pretty sure. And I thought he was working with the same thing as us. Yeah, late 2015 is when those came out, and I was shocked to see that wasn't the case. I mean, that makes a lot more sense now why his computer is so much slower than ours, even though we built around a similar time. I'd like to like go back and talk to 2016 Log and ask his reasoning for purchasing.
Probably price point.
Things.
He was broke.
Yeah.
He saw this is cheap, so he made
Not
it.
everybody had that fat Walgreens check, idiot.
Yeah, bro.
I guess at the time I was making the biggest check, but you know,
we had that.
Look how,
We had that tiny little Sonic check.
yeah, I guess that's fair. I guess I did luck out working for them. I'm gonna have to bleep them out. I'm not gonna dox myself. I guess I don't work for the company anymore, but
Yeah, I'm looking. I look now, and you could all the parts on my PC right now, minus like the case and the power supply, I could build for $500. So you could build a gaming PC for $500, and it'll probably run better than mine too, because mine's pretty dirty right now. Needs a good dusting.
well, you know, there are some parts that you really can and effectively cheap out on. A case is a good example. If you're not too concerned with it, you could really just go with a cheap like $40-$50 case. Save yourself a lot of time. Motherboards don't have to be that expensive. I mean, I wouldn't cheap out on them. I think 100 to 150 is like a sweet spot in what you're paying for and to what you're getting, you know? So it's doable. It's doable, but you know, expect to, you know, only hit 60 frames at 1080p medium settings on something for $500. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's a little bit different. I'm sure that now when I'm saying these words out loud and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going to have to go to PC Part Picker and build something on the side while we're talking to see if it can be done properly. But yeah, I mean, it is definitely. Did you just go somewhere, Zach?
No.
I could have sworn you just shut your door.
I moved my mic closer to my face, but
Okay, I thought you got up and then just like I was about to choke you out, man. So you guys have any other topics that you can think of off the top of your head? I know I normally take most of the go, other than glizzies. That was your one call to fame so far.
Well, I mean, I saw this video of this guy. Bro, he was just shoving them down his throat, dude.
The Glizzy Gladiator.
The Glizzy Gladiator, dude. He was in some sort of competition.
Yeah.
They called him the Glizzy Gladiator.
My man.
He was putting it back. I think it's the tally said he was at like 70 while the second place person was at like 30.
Could you imagine throwing back a Glizzy though?
He was just shoving them out of his mouth and then like just like sprinkling some water on them as they were going down. I mean, I guess that's the way you got to do it. He's been doing it right, apparently.
Yeah, you kind of gotta soak the bread, or not even bread, like just soak the food in water while you eat it. You know, I've watched a lot of exactly. I've watched a lot of competitive eating videos because they're very entertaining. And man, some of these people are very talented, to say the least.
Yeah.
We were watching somebody the other day. I forget who it was, but like it's
Matt Stoney. Yes.
He was really putting down some shit. I think I was okay with most of his eating shit, but the moment he got to the fucking fire,
the noodles,
like the super spicy noodles, and made his lips super red.
Dude, the Lilias were
yeah, I wanted to throw up for some reason.
Yeah.
I started watching and I was like, I don't know why, but that was the only one that made me grossed out. Him fucking lathering up that like 15 things of large fries from Wendy's. Honestly, for like 2 seconds, the fat boy in me was like, damn, that looked pretty good.
Yuck.
Yeah, he's got some very interesting and entertaining videos. If you like, some people don't like the eating stuff, but man, the competitive eating stuff is very interesting because it's just like, how do they do it? Like, I watched this one where me and Mav watched it together. Actually, he was eating peanut butter sandwiches or peanut butter jelly
throwing
sandwiches.
Back 10 sandwiches in a minute.
Yeah, he like, the challenge was like, how many can you eat in a minute? And he ate about, I think maybe 6 or 10, I don't remember. But he was like,
the noise
oh,
he made.
I only had enough for one try. Should I go to the store and get some more? And then it just cut to him at the store putting like 2 loaves of bread, peanut butter, jelly in his cart, going back home. He made like 2 loaves worth of peanut butter jellies and did the challenge 2 more times. So like altogether, he probably ate like 20 or so peanut butter jelly sandwiches. And I'm just like, man, like that's a lot.
I couldn't imagine doing that myself. I mean, in the same vein, okay, we also were watching like a guy by the name of Badlands Chugs.
The legend.
Badlands.
That's something like for those who don't know, he just fucking takes down
12-second boot chugs.
Yeah, he's got this
Das
glass
Boot.
boot.
No, Das
Oh,
Boot.
yeah, Das Boot.
Das Boot.
Das Boot.
He 2 weeks ago, for example, he uploads a video, 4 pounds of applesauce.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking
The
chug.
I have
stealth
not seen that
chug.
Does he put it
Yeah,
in the
I'm gonna
boot?
have to.
He does it in the
He
boot.
puts it in the boot.
Oh my god,
I'll have to.
that one does.
I'll have to
something
link that. And, we'll watch it here in a
He
little
did
bit, but-
habanero salsa out the boot.
Oh, I saw that one.
Honey
That one I
thick
could not watch.
water out the boot.
Oh, the thick water.
Yeah, he'll do how many cans can I chug in a minute, and it's just throwing them back, man. Throwing them back.
Yeah, I mean, these people are crazy. I mean, good on them for having these talents, but dear God, I could
That
never. I
throat
feel
go
like
crazy, man.
managing to eat half a pizza nowadays is crazy to me.
Yeah, back to like the whole challenge is like once this stuff cools down, me and Matt, we're gonna go head to head. Who can eat a glizzy faster?
That's right. But we're gonna wait until it cools
And then
down.
yeah, obviously, yeah. And then we're also
Yeah.
gonna
Just
obviously
check us
try,
out next week, live streaming on Twitch.
like I was saying, we're also gonna try the brick challenge that we made up here. You heard it here first. The brick challenge. Who can eat a brick of ramen the fastest? And they can eat it however they'd like. They don't even have to cook it. I don't know if any of you have tried ramen, like just hard ramen. It's just like a cracker. It's just like a cracker. You've never struggled unless you've had hard ramen.
Oh yeah, dude.
That's the
You
truth.
fucking put hard ramen in a Ziploc and just bang it against the table. Throw in the pack of seasoning and just eat it like
yeah, throw in the
chips.
pack of seasoning.
Hell yeah.
But I would the thing with that is though the seasoning doesn't stick. So I would add like hot sauce in, shake it up. The seasoning would stick to the hot sauce.
Oh.
And it'd be spicier because I like hot stuff. I'm telling you, dude, you never struggled till you've gone down that route.
I don't know about the hot sauce, but I've had the brick.
The seasoning doesn't stick, mate.
It sticks more than
Or
you
you could
think.
you could eat it like a fucking what is it called? Ring pop? No, not ring. Is that no baby bottle pop or a fun dip? Lick the ramen, then dip it into the seasoning. Like I said, you can eat the brick however you'd like. Whoever eats it faster, they win. Simple.
That's crazy, man.
I feel like, yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to see this, all this COVID stuff finally go. I mean, it's sad to see
Man.
places like Florida now hitting 15,000 a day, hitting its record
But the
high.
mask.
Yeah,
but
dude,
my
just-
body, my choice.
If we stop testing, and I mean, a wise man once said, if we stop testing, we won't
I
know.
tell him slow it down.
Like,
slow
If we
it
stop
down.
testing, there will be less positive cases.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's not wrong, but
It's great. Look, I
guess it's-
will
yeah.
say it's great that there is now some treatments for it. There's a certain type of steroid that they can use, and there's an emergency use medication that's not approved through the FDA that they will use for it. That they both show good results in treating it. But
what medication is it though?
so the steroid is dexamethasone. They did Solu-Medrol at first, and that just showed the opposite effect. It actually, from my understanding, made it worse.
Made it worse.
Then there's the hydroxychloroquine, or however you say it. It's terrible.
The thing that Trump just said,
The anti-malaria
the
drug.
results say it
Yeah,
works.
No, the results didn't show that it worked.
And there were no
The-
results.
The side effects were worse than the benefits. Now there's remdesivir by Gilead that shows some promising things. And I mean, I have seen it help firsthand with certain patients. I mean, there's definitely, you have to go through hoops to get it approved. Well, not hoops, but there's certain criteria you have to meet to get approved to be a candidate for it. You can't just go to the store and say, 1 remdesivir, please. It is a true emergency use drug, but those two things definitely do help. But a lot of people don't realize that there's lasting effects. Like, yeah, you might not die, but now you have lung scarring, or now your lungs don't have the same capacity that they used to. It's frustrating to see people, especially young people, think that they're invincible, and to go out and then contract it and realize, oh shit, it's more than just a cold. This shit suck.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely sucks. Like even today, we have like another actor.
Yeah,
pass
Broadway
away.
star
I mean, not that it's any different
die
from
from complications.
Nick
Yep.
Cordero.
I just had
Who dat?
people think that, oh, it only affects people over 70. I had a patient that I took care of that in the course of the day, they had to pretty much double their oxygen needs to maintain a barely acceptable oxygen level, and they were only in their early 40s. So, I mean, you can still be affected even if you're not 80 years old in a nursing home.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, that Nick Cordero guy, the Broadway actor, he was only 41. I mean, despite what some people think, that's
That's not
relatively
old.
young.
Trust me.
Yeah.
There's definitely older.
He could have gone on and done big things. Not just saying because he's an actor it's any different, but it's a lot more than just the elderly. Even though they're the ones typically being affected because their immune systems are so weak in their later age.
Weak ass.
Yeah, I mean, but still, it's something that not a lot of people are really being cautious about.
Just wear your mask. If you have to
like-
wear the mask for 30 minutes to go to the store, go. Even if, let's say, the experts are wrong and the mask doesn't do anything. Worst thing is you had to wear it for 30 minutes. But if they're right, you've now put so many people at risk. So the benefit completely outweighs. There is no risk. There's no risk of, I've seen, you get carbon dioxide poisoning. Oh, your oxygen sats drop. Even before COVID, there were surgeons doing 8-10 hour long surgeries in the same mask. There's absolutely
the
no
argument
way
that you're somehow gonna get like poison from re-inhaling your own carbon dioxide emissions is just crazy. Like that's just
even
not how
if
it
you
works.
re-inhale what you exhale, you still have enough oxygen in what the air that you exhale to still adequately oxygenate what needs to be oxygenated. With CPR, especially like out in, if someone were to collapse out in the field, you don't do mouth to mouth. You do just chest compressions because they have enough oxygen in that air that they took in to still adequately perfuse everything. Even with the mask, I saw a video of some like state senator or something putting some sensor in some kid's mask to try and get them to not have to wear them at school because it showed that it dropped to like 17%, and it's just,
what was that sensor looking for?
looking for carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and oxygen. So like when you breathe out, yes, you're gonna have less than the normal 21 to 22% that's in the air, but you can still breathe. The air comes through the mask. Your lungs can hold like 1 liter to 1.5 liters of air easily. So there's not nearly that much space between your mouth and the mask. So you're gonna bring new air in. There's no way that you are going to poison yourself. That argument just, oh man.
These people are so ignorant, and then you'll have people going out there actually.
I've even had
like,
nurses that don't believe
pulse
it.
oximeters and just showing. You've had people that you've worked with
Yes,
say
people
that
that I've worked with that think, we
they gotta
need
get
we need
fired,
herd
dude.
immunity. Just let everybody go out there. No, come on, dude.
Those sound like people that got their nursing license and 20
Yeah,
years ago. maybe.
yeah.
Probably not even
It's
that.
frustrating to say the least. All right, that's my COVID rant. You just because you got bored of it
There
doesn't
goes.
mean that it's gone.
Wear masks. Hey, I'm not gonna stop you from going out there and doing what you gotta do.
Wear a
But
mask.
you can wear a mask while you're blowing somebody's back out, so you're good. I was hoping to get a rise out of you there or something.
Wild.
So Log, where are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys have anything else you want to talk about, or you want to cut this episode short?
Short.
I mean, it's been 40
Yeah,
minutes.
short. What the fuck do you mean
Yeah,
short?
but after editing and bullshit, it'll come down to like 35, 36 minutes. I'd have to.
I mean, personally, I think that's a good length, just because I'm fine with watching. I'm fine with watching or listening to longer podcasts. I mean, the main one I listen to is about an hour.
How do you feel about masks,
Typically-
Logan? Log?
Wear them.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah. Like I was saying, yeah. Typically they're around an hour plus minus, just around an hour. But I think a little shorter than that is good, because most people,
I mean,
I
it's
think
uncomfortable.
I think the best place to listen to a podcast is in the car on the way to or from work. And I think most people can either, that's like 40 minutes is either like the perfect length if you're like have like a decent trip to work, or it's a good length to where you can play half of it before you go to work and half after, and you finish the podcast.
Right, right. No, all right. Then I think that's a good note to end on. I personally like the way that we have been doing these podcasts. As we continue, I mean, I'm sure that we'll either continue past that 40-minute mark, or we might just keep it this way. I personally
Yeah,
like it.
I just I think I don't think we should like kind of like try to hit a certain mark. I think we should just go until it feels
Go until it
natural
feels
to cut
right.
it off, you know?
feels right.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like sometimes maybe we can get a lot of good content in 30 minutes. Sometimes we'll get a lot of good content in an hour, and it'll just feel right. Like I know one podcast we did, we went for a while and we were just talking and we kind of lost track of time, it was fun.
Yeah. I want to say that was either the Glizzy episode or the one most recently with Cam last week. But I mean, even still, I like where we've ended it. So, all right. With that being said, thank you everybody for listening this week. Make sure to, if you're new to listening to this on any of our listening platforms, whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, Google, whatever, feel free to go to our Instagram account and follow us there, and or follow Log at his clothing brand. We're always shouting out our guy at Under Pressure Apparel, or I guess it's You Pressure Apparel, right?
You Pressure Apparel on Instagram,
Alright.
on TikTok, I think, if you're into that shit, and on Twitter it's You Pressure APP because apparel won't fit. The website's youpressureapparel.com. New drop coming late July. Monthly drops in every month usually.
Yeah, well, probably on that note, I will say that we might have to re-interview Log coming up here in the next few weeks. So
Big things coming.
stay tuned to that, because like you said, big things. So there'll be a lot to talk about there. So all right, thank you everybody for watching this week, and we'll see you next time. Bye. And we'll see you next time. Bye. And we'll